Welcome back to We're Having Fun. I am Mark. Hello.
Hi, I'm Krista.
Hello, Krista. It's another day, another Spider-Man day.
Yeah, this is our
week 3.
Yeah, our third week of Spider-Man, but the last one for a month or two.
Yeah, probably.
We still have one more that we'll cover, I think, the end of August.
Okay.
So, if things go according to plan.
Everything continues as it is. Mm-hmm. All right, that's good.
And then apparently we're going to be covering another one at some point in the near future also. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe not near future, but...
Yeah, eventually.
Maybe next year?
Maybe. I hope so.
Supposedly.
Yep. All right. Any news before we get started? Did you see there's going to be a new Office Australia version?
No, I did not.
Office, yeah, it is. They're doing it.
Okay,
so.
bit late on the on the ball there, but
I don't know. You probably want to give it some time, or else everybody's just gonna hate on it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, a lot of people hated on the US version for a while.
Oh yeah, till it found its footing for sure. Yeah, it always is. I always think it's so dumb when people are like, couldn't do The Office today. There's no way you could do it today. It's like, yeah, sure you could.
Okay, well, yeah, you can do it today. I mean, Our Flag Means Death is basically The Office, but with pirates.
Sure.
I mean, it's supposed to be like a workplace comedy kind of thing.
Yeah. And, all the jokes they're making are just mocking whatever the stupid beliefs were at the time. So
yeah, so you just change it to now.
Make it, the stupid beliefs of today.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I hope it's good. I don't know. We'll see. I like Australian TV right now. I just like Australians.
I was about to say, what Australian TV do you like? Then I was like, oh, Taskmaster.
Taskmaster Australia. Taskmaster New Zealand.
Bluey.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, New Zealand is New Zealand, not Australia.
Yeah, it's true, but it's that area. Anything else happening? I guess if you've got nothing, we can go straight into the movie.
Well, we have trailers.
Well, we have trailers, yes. Because we did go see Across the Spider-Verse this week. And, of course, trailers ahoy. Here we go.
Yeah. First of all, I want to say...
Uh-huh. Oh, I love you too.
No. I wanted to say, I hated the people that were around us.
Oh, my gosh.
They were the worst.
We were in... just the worst theater. Usually when we go, it's a really good experience. Yeah, everybody's great.
Not bad at all. Occasionally we'll have somebody, but we had this grandmother and her grandson behind us.
She was dying.
Her chair all the time.
Was that her or the boy?
Her. Okay. I think it was her.
And she was also coughing just like she was going to die.
Yes. To my left, there was a mother and her son. And he was also squeaking his chair because it was like he could not keep his legs still. And that annoys the crap out of me.
Yes, I do, because I do it.
Because you do it and it annoys me. Well, he was doing it. Plus he was sneezing and coughing. And I was just like, and it was the wettest sounds. And I was like...
If that was him, man, he was doing it the whole movie. It was like... movie. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Any, poignant scenes were, quiet, and everybody's, serious, shut up!
It was so annoying. I don't know what was happening to your right, if anything. Was there anything,
just
or
right
was it okay?
And down below.
Okay, yeah, down below us, right in front of us, there were these two girls who, they didn't bother me during the movie.
During the movie, they were fine.
They were fine. But during the trailers...
Oh my gosh.
They obviously thought that they were doing their own podcast during the trailers.
They were filming TikToks or something. I don't know what they were doing.
Okay, I don't need your movie review for the trailers.
They were 5 out of 10. What's this? Oh my gosh, shut up. Talk to yourselves if you want, that's fine. But
yeah, at least they didn't do it during the movie.
Stop screaming through the theater about your stupid, terrible jokes.
It's okay, fine. It was fine. It was during the trailers. It was annoying, but they stopped at least.
I was like, if they do this to the movie, I'm going to get them thrown out of here. I'm going to be
so mad. Yeah. Exactly. But they were fine.
Yeah.
And the kid beside me, I'm sure he couldn't help it.
Yeah, he's a kid. We'll forgive it.
Exactly.
And
that
the lady was
us,
dying behind us.
It's
she's just dying.
But it was awful.
Yeah.
And then, of course, also...
We're surrounded.
Also, at one point, somebody comes in... it was during the trailers or whatever. And she was trying to find whoever she had come in with. Yeah. So she was like Terrence!
Yeah.
Terrence! It's like, I don't know where Terrence is, but I don't know if he's in this theater because he's not answering.
Nobody responded. And she just, I just imagine he was just like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to say anything.
He's probably like, just kind of barely trying to like get her attention a little bit without. Yeah.
Stop.
So funny. Oh, because I know if I had gone and my mom had been like, Krista! I would have been like, I don't know this woman.
Yeah, so, yeah. It was a mess.
The theater experience. The theater experience this time, not so great.
Yeah.
Plus, like, it was like every chair I sat in, just, I don't know if the springs were just, like, supposed to be, like, poking into my butt the whole time, but they were.
It's an old theater and really needs a renovation.
Oh, yeah,
big
definitely.
Time. But whatever. We got through it.
We did.
And, yeah. Was it worth it? We'll see.
So, movie...
What are the trailers?
Theater experience.
Yeah. 0 out of 10. Sucks.
Exactly.
Shut up, people.
But the movie, well, you'll find out what we thought of it. Okay, so trailers.
Yes.
First one we had was Ruby Gilman, Teenage Kraken.
Oh, yeah.
Which, according to the obnoxious girls in front of us, 0 out of 10, not gonna see that. And I was like, honestly, I kind of agree.
Yeah, it doesn't look great. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It just looks like a kid's movie.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure kids will probably love it, but not for me.
It didn't look like one of the worst kids' movies I've seen trailers for, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
It's obviously a very mocking of Little Mermaid. Very good timing.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, mermaids are like so in right now.
Yeah, they're real big at the moment. Mm-hmm. Nasty sea witch.
Oh yeah, I've got a note about that. Don't worry. I've got a little note about that. I guess I could go ahead and say it. Let me find what it was. So as we were leaving the theater, we were walking out. This lady is with her. I guess
children.
It was
I bet
children, grandkids. I don't know, but they were talking about. They had obviously just seen Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
and they were asking her something and she was like confirming whatever and she's like, when that sea witch was being ugly. I was like, that is the most southern thing I've ever heard.
Being ugly.
Yeah, being ugly is one of my favorite like southernisms.
Don't be ugly.
Don't be ugly.
Yeah.
Don't be ugly. You better stop being ugly or I'm gonna pop that butt.
Yeah.
I don't have any desire to see it.
No,
but
we will not be reviewing on this podcast unless something's really weird.
Yeah. So next up we had the new trailer for Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I still hold that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
It looks fun.
I want to see it.
Yeah,
I think it'll be good. It was really cute at the end when they were doing the like police sketch or whatever for the Hatbox Ghost. That was cute.
They drew him perfectly.
Yeah, it's like, wow, you just did that.
Captured it.
Then we have The Flash, which I think was a different trailer than before, maybe, but
yeah, I don't think I'd seen that.
I feel like it was slightly different, but
yeah,
I know you probably want to see it.
I don't know.
I'm kind of like
I'm kind of losing my desire to see it. The first trailer I saw, I was like, oh man, that actually looks really good. But the subsequent trailers have been like, okay, it doesn't look as good anymore. Yeah. Maybe it was the first, like, Michael Keaton viewing. Maybe. I was like, oh man, that looks cool. But now I'm just kind of over it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I was never really excited about it anyway, so maybe because I didn't see that first trailer.
First trailer sold it. You missed out.
Well, darn. So I'm not really that into it.
Yeah.
I want to see it eventually, but I don't know if I want to see it at the theater.
Yeah, I don't think
we still haven't even seen Shazam 2.
Yeah,
and it's
on Black Adam.
It's on streaming now. So yeah, I don't know about Black Adam.
Asking for it, but never have.
Yeah. Next up, we had Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, of course, again. We already know we're going to see it.
Yeah.
You guys already know we're going to see it. So we can just move on.
Yeah. Nothing really too different about it.
No.
Nothing changed.
And then we have Gran Turismo.
I did not know this was being made.
I literally saw the trailer for this, like, on Twitter or something.
Yeah.
Like, maybe 12 hours before we went to see this movie. Yeah. Because I was like, oh, that's kind of weird that I just saw that. Because I was like, hey, is that Orlando Bloom? And that was all I cared about. It
was, yeah. Yeah, and they started it, and he was playing Gran Turismo, and they were being very obvious. Gran Turismo, I was like, are they making a Gran Turismo movie?
They are.
Why?
And apparently it's based on a true story.
Is it?
That's what it said. I don't know. I've never heard about this.
I guess they might. I think they might have held a competition or something. It looks not great. I mean, it depends. I guess if you like Gran Turismo.
I've never played it. I'm okay with racing games. Yeah. I usually like racing games, but I don't want to watch a movie that's based on a racing game.
I got nothing against them. I'm really bad at them, but
it's like, no, I wasn't over here going, ooh, Need for Speed or anything.
Like who's into like, I've played a Gran Turismo who's like, oh man, the story needs. I don't think there's really any story to Gran Turismo games. Yeah, it's just like race these cars, get cooler cars, race them.
It would be like, all right, here's our movie idea.
Yeah,
American Truck Simulator. No story. You're just like going down the highways.
Yeah. Or big rigs, and then he'll have superpowers where he just goes through roads and bridges and stuff. Doesn't have to go on the streets. So glitchy. I think that would be a good movie.
So yeah, not interested.
It's got this stupid storyline that's like, oh, gamers, such nerds. He can't run.
They stay in their mom's basements all day.
In your basements. It's like, okay, guys,
sure.
This is, I guess, the 90s again. I don't know what's happening, but
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's got Orlando Bloom and what's his name?
David Harbour.
So,
and
that's nice.
Somebody else was in it. Oh, what is his name? He was in like the first Guardians of the Galaxy. It's the character Korath, but we can never remember his name.
Oh, yeah, Korath. That guy. Yeah.
Diamond Hansu.
Yeah. Okay.
He's in it. I think he plays like the dad.
Everything.
He plays like the dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is in everything. I was watching A Quiet Place too, and I was like, what is he doing here?
He's in everything.
I mean, I'm okay with that. I like him.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's just in everything.
It's just he just shows up unexpectedly, and I'm like, what is he doing here? Hey. Yeah. The only other, it wasn't really a trailer so much, but the only other like commercial kind of thing that showed after the Gran Turismo thing was something for Max.
Yeah.
Because I guess they're like, don't forget, we're not HBO Max anymore. We're just Max.
We're just Max. Please watch us.
I'm like, yeah, I know.
I
already know. I had to install a completely different.
Really? They couldn't just update it?
They couldn't just update it. No.
Oh my God.
No, I was like, and there was actually an HBO Max update.
Yeah.
But it didn't update it to Max. I had to actually install a different thing and go through and set it up again with my account. And I was like, if you did, it's stupid. Like, if I didn't get this for free through my cable, I would not deal with this. And also, if, my favorite show wasn't on there, I wouldn't deal with it. But, and then, of course, once I got Max all set up, I was like, oh, it does still have, like, my favorite stuff. They did keep all that stuff, like my list of stuff that I've been wanting to watch on there. So I was like, okay, well, that's good.
Yeah. Oh, man. Wow.
But anyway, that was our trailer experience.
There it is. Nothing too amazing.
Give it like a 3 out of 10.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't care. That was disappointing. But then we got to watch Across the Spider-Verse.
Yes.
I guess we can go ahead, without giving spoilers, we can talk about it a little bit.
I will say that was not disappointing to me.
No, it was fantastic.
I liked it a lot.
Yes. Yeah, it was great.
There were so many Spider-Men.
So many Spider-Men.
People, I guess.
Yeah,
and Spider Animals.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was like, at one point, you're just looking at the screen going, there's too much.
Everything's
cannot
happening.
Compute.
Yeah, so many Easter eggs happening. And
it's one that I would want to watch again, like when I can pause it and go, okay, I see what's, going on there.
Great acting and great artwork and everything. Mm-hmm. Everything looked fantastic. And so, I mean, some of the art styles I wasn't a huge fan of, but I recognize, cool what they're doing,
Yeah, there was one that I didn't really care for that much, but it was cool the way they did it.
Yeah.
The rest of it, I I was okay with.
Yeah, it's really good. I highly recommend going to watch this movie.
Yes. Should probably say, if you weren't aware, it is the first part of a two-parter.
Yes, so be prepared.
Yeah, be ready for a cliffhanger.
Yeah, real Lord of the Rings situation here.
Which, when they first announced it, they said it was going to be Across the Universe Part 1 and Part 2, and then they just changed it from a Part 1 to this one is Across the Universe, and the other one has a different title.
Yeah. Did you look up when the other one's expected?
It is March of next year.
I wonder if they've got it done or if the writer's strike is going to affect it any or anything.
I don't know.
We'll see. Yeah.
But that's what they were planning.
A while anyway.
Yeah, that's what they were planning for, was March of next year.
Yeah. I think they were planning on kind of doing them at the same time. So
Probably.
Maybe they got them all done. I hope so. Because I don't want to wait forever for this.
Yeah.
It's tough. Like, whenever I did go see The Fellowship of the Rings and I didn't know anything about it, and my mom just dropped me off and said, here, go watch this, you'll like it. I was like, Mom, why don't you let me know? And I went and saw it, and I was like, oh, this is great. And then it just ended. And I was like,
wait, what?
Why?
Yeah.
No, I want to. Oh.
Yeah, I did the same thing because I had never read Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And then saw that, and I was like, and I saw it with like friends.
Yeah.
Okay, this is so I saw it with friends because we were all like, let's go see a movie together, because we had just it was like our first break from college.
Yeah.
And so we didn't all go to the same college, so it was like my high school friends coming back together, and we're like, let's go see a movie. And one of them was like, let's go see Harry Potter. I was like, no. I was like, we should see something else. That's a kid movie. And then we're adults now. Yes. We're in college.
We drink coffee.
So somebody else was like, well, let's go see this other movie. So I was like, okay, that looks fine, I guess. Yeah. So we go see it. My mom, of course, has to drive me there. And she's like, well, I kind of want to see this too. Yeah. So she sits in the back of the movie theater away from all of us. So I'm sitting with all my friends and we watch it and everything. I got to the end and I was just like, that was amazing. And they're all like, yeah, it was all right. And then I got really into Lord of the Rings. Yeah. And so did my mom, because...
So it started.
Yep. Because my mom and I both were like, gosh. And then did you see that part? And oh my gosh, wasn't that so cool? And then we both read the books together and we would talk about it. And yeah. So
that's cool.
So yeah, it's nice to go into a movie and know that it's gonna be like the first part.
Yeah, but I knew that going into this,
and I was still thinking, oh, maybe they are gonna.
Yeah, I thought they would do it a little different though. But so whenever the ending was coming up, I was like, okay, the ending's about to happen. So we'll see. We'll talk about it if it worked or not, and how it happened and all that coming up. So yeah.
But overall,
yes. Great movie. Yeah.
Very fun. Very bright and colorful.
Yep.
If you like Spider-Man.
Very exciting. Yeah.
You're probably going to like it.
Yeah, for sure. If you like the first one.
Especially if you like the first one.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you think it's better than the first one?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I can't decide.
That's hard to say.
Yeah. I feel like the first one had more humor, I guess. This one has plenty of humor.
Yeah, it does.
But it has a lot more serious stuff in it too. I think so. But that serious stuff was good. Mm-hmm. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's tough.
But I don't know. They're both good.
Yeah.
And if you like one, you'll probably like the other.
Oh, yeah, for sure. All right. Well, should we get into it then?
Sure.
All right. What happened?
So we start off with Gwen, of course, where she kind of recaps what happened in the previous movie a little bit. So, of course, we get to see the 42 spider again, and you immediately hit my arm. I was like, 42!
It's happening.
I was like, okay, just please don't be like these people around me. So she is on Earth 65. And she's in her little band and everything. And she's,
the Mary Janes.
Thinking about everything that has happened to her.
Yep, she's drumming furiously.
We find out a little bit more about the whole Peter situation for her. Because in the first movie, we find out that, Peter was her best friend and he died.
Yep.
And we see a little bit more of that. So they were like best friends.
Yeah, he would take pictures. He took pictures of her and Gwen, Spider-Woman.
Yeah, she's Spider-Woman. They don't call her Spider-Gwen. Yeah. I call her Spider-Gwen because that's just, I've always known her as Spider-Gwen. Yeah. But she's technically Spider-Woman.
All right.
But yeah, they're best friends. They, their families get together and eat together and everything. And apparently he doesn't feel special or something. So he takes some
and
kind
he gets bullied
Yes.
also by Ned Leeds.
Yeah. It's like,
or just Ned.
Yeah. But it's like, Ned, no.
Well, Ned is a bully in the comics and stuff. It's just in the MCU.
Yeah,
he's like
good,
not.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he goes back and forth. I don't know. He becomes the Hobgoblin.
Yes.
Anyway.
But anyway, he takes some kind of
green liquid. Yeah.
And it turns him into Lizard.
The lizard.
So instead of Kurt Connors, it's Peter. And he's voiced by Jack Quaid.
Okay. Yeah. I forgot to look up what Jack Quaid did. I like Jack Quaid.
Yeah, so he's in like The Boys, and he was in The Hunger Games, the first one. So.
Oh, was he?
Mm-hmm. He's one of the other tributes. He was killed. He was the one who killed Rue, and then.
Oh, Jack Quaid! How could you?
I know.
Son of Randy Quaid and Meg Ryan, right?
Not Randy Quaid. Dennis
Quaid.
Randy? Dennis. You said Randy Quaid. No, Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid.
Which you can tell if you look at him. It's like, he looks like Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, he does.
So he plays Peter.
Yeah.
And he turns himself into the lizard, and Gwen has to fight him. It's like a prom, I guess. And
he picked the worst time to do it. Like, he was supposed to meet her at prom and stuff.
Yeah.
Was he going to go there as a superpowered guy?
I don't know.
Just enjoy your prom, Peter. Come on.
Yeah. So anyway, he turns into the lizard. He starts just wrecking everything.
Yeah.
And she shows up in her she shows up in her dress and everything, but she has to turn into Spider-Woman real quick, take care of the situation.
Yep.
And of course, kills him.
Ends poorly.
And when it does, he turns back into Peter, and she's like, oh no, this is my best friend.
Peter!
And then, of course, who happens to come in and see it? Over his dead body. Her dad.
His dead body.
It's her dad, and sees it and is like, Spider-Woman killed Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And not good.
Rough go.
So Captain.
So he dedicates his life to taking
Captain
down
Stacy is like, gotta get that Spider-Woman.
Gotta get that
Spider-Woman. So, and she's kind of like, maybe it wasn't Spider-Woman's fault.
Yeah, you don't know. That she killed him.
Exactly. And he's like, no, I know, I saw it. It's like, you didn't.
You didn't see Jack.
You didn't. And did nobody at that prom say, no, there was a giant lizard?
Yeah.
What are these people doing?
I don't know.
Where are these eyewitnesses? Come on.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Or maybe they thought the lizard got away, and I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah. So anyway, he gets a call on his radio that Toombs is at the Guggenheim. So get on over there. So he heads out because he's like, Spider-Woman's going to show up because Adrian Toombs is here.
Gonna get her.
Yep. So, of course, she has to go also.
Yep.
And this is not the regular Adrian Toombs, a.k.a. Vulture. This is Adriano Tumino. And
Renaissance version
of so he looks like he just came straight out of a Da Vinci workbook kind of thing. Yep. He's got like a little crossbow.
Yeah, kind of steampunky a little bit.
He looked pretty cool.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yep.
And dude was pretty formidable. Dude was a beast. He had what it was called, hammer theory or something, or hammer pockets.
I can't remember what it was.
His wing, they would tear off his wing, he would just get another one. Like Spider-Ham would just grab hammers out of nowhere in cartoons and just do that. And they were like, oh, he's got the hammer pockets or whatever. So, that was a fun little throwback.
So, he is, of course, from a different dimension or from a different universe. Whatever.
He's just having coffee and he got sucked through a hole.
Yep. And he's about to take her down and everything. And he's like, ciao ragazzi. He's about to punch her or whatever.
Yeah, he's got his claws out.
Yep. And then out of nowhere comes some help.
Yep.
And it is...
Spider-Man 2099.
It is.
Yep. Oscar Isaac.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What? I like Oscar Isaac, okay?
Yeah, you do.
And
he's a real bad boy in this.
Oh, he is.
We all know you love a bad boy.
I don't...
Krista loves bad boys.
Stop. Guys. I was going to say, I don't really like him in this.
I love him.
I don't really like him. I really like him. No, yeah, he's not the best.
No.
Oscar Isaac says that he is the only Spider-Man without a sense of humor. Which, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, at one point he like takes him outside and stuff, and he pulls out some fangs basically.
Yes.
He's all fangy.
He's got fangs, he's got some claws.
Yeah. For a second I was like, because I don't know a ton about 2099. The stuff I read about him I read that a while back. I don't remember a lot. But I have read the Into the Spider-Verse comic series.
Okay.
And that whole story, which I'll spoil if you want to read it, skip ahead, but it's really good. Where like some vampire-like people are pretty much preying on the Spider-Man in each universe, and they just travel into the universe and take them out, destroy the worlds, and they feed off of it and stuff. So I was like, wait, is he a vampire? Is this what's gonna happen? No, that's not happening. He just has fangs. Because that's just part of his deal.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, he's like...
Because they called him a ninja vampire at one point.
Yeah, he's like he's got like half spider and half like some kind of experimental drug thing.
Okay. Well, I mean, spiders do have fangs.
They do, and that's where it comes from, yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's got that going on. So I don't think he's a vampire. Okay. If they start breaking out vampires in the third movie, I'm like, what the heck's going on? What are we doing?
But his name is Miguel O'Hara.
Yeah.
He's of Irish and Mexican descent.
Yeah.
Oh, and he starts fighting back and everything. Gwen's fighting with him. Yep. And he mentions something about other Spider-Man and something about Doctor Strange.
Yeah, he's like, oh man, y'all are all screwing up everything. I gotta fix everything. And you don't even get me started about Doctor Strange and that nerd from Earth 9999
or whatever. He just keeps going.
Which, even though they have called the MCU Earth 616, which is not correct, because that's the comic world. Anyway. Yeah. Let's not argue. I'm getting frustrated.
Well, I'm just saying he does mention... Yeah, I'm just saying he does mention Doctor Strange and the whole thing that happened in No Way Home.
Yeah, I like that.
But apparently whatever they did during Into the Spider-Verse, it's still happening. Yeah. So it's like people from other universes are leaking into the ones they're not supposed to be in and everything.
There's little wormholes opening up everywhere, pretty much.
Yep. So he's trying to get everyone back where they're supposed to be. Yeah. That's his big goal.
Yeah. He takes it very seriously.
Yes. And he has other spider people who are working with him.
Yeah.
One of whom shows up.
Yep. Calls her in.
Yep. This is Spider-Woman.
Yep. Jessica Drew.
Yep. I was excited to see Jessica Drew. Uh-huh. And pregnant she is pregnant and riding a motorcycle.
She is.
I'm like, that seems dangerous for the baby, but okay. Yeah. There was a lot of stuff that happened to her that I was like, oh, she's pregnant. She probably shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know the anatomy of a superpowered spider person, so
exactly.
Guess I can't say.
Yeah, so she's there. This is Issa Rae, I think.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen much of anything she's done.
No, I know she has like a show that was like on HBO or whatever.
Yeah, the Black Girl sketch show, I believe.
Well, she had something else on there too.
Oh, did she?
Yeah.
I don't know about it.
She's going to be in Barbie. She's President Barbie.
Oh, okay. Nice. There you go.
So yeah, don't know much about her, but yeah, I liked her character.
Yeah, she was good.
Jessica Drew was the one not last week, but the last when we were talking about Into the Spider-Verse. Yeah. That was who I was looking forward to.
Yeah. Which Jessica Drew, actually not really, or affiliated with Spider-Man, originally at least. I think they've kind of rewritten a little to where she is, but yeah, she's kind of developed completely separate of Spider-Man.
Okay.
It was like a Hydra deal, or I can't remember. I don't know her story, but yeah. Okay. But still good to see her. I like Spider-Woman.
Yeah. So, of course, Gwen sees Spider-Woman and immediately is like, you're my new favorite
so
person.
Cool. Yeah.
You're so cool. I want to be just like you. Can you please be my mentor? Can I join your group? I love you. Yeah. So, yeah, she's real excited about it. Mm-hmm. And they still have to, of course, take down Vulture. Yeah. This is where we see that Miguel has fangs. Yeah. And
because they disappeared like when they shone the light on him. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Weird. But nothing.
Yeah, because Vulture like flies out of the Guggenheim and he goes after him.
Yeah.
And there's a helicopter and the helicopter's like, stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And he's like, I'm the good guy. Yeah. And he's like, well, we can't tell that.
Yeah. And then Toom throws some throwing stars into him and wrecks the helicopter, so it starts crashing.
Yep.
And Gwen has to save the day, pretty much.
Gwen, with the help of the other two spider people.
Yeah, they were all right.
Yeah, because they were helping. They were trying to pull the web to keep it from crashing. It goes.
And they do, pretty much.
Yeah, it goes all the way to, and one of them, I think it was Miguel, got the people out of there too. Yeah. Out of the helicopter.
Like her dad was down there.
Yes. So. And a bunch of people, and it was like, why are you in here? Yeah, get out.
Y'all need to leave.
Why didn't you leave as soon as you could?
Yeah.
But,
people aren't smart.
You know how people are in superhero movies. They just sit there and they're like, but I gotta see what's happening. It's like, you are going to die. But no, they don't. It's fine. Because the webs keep it from hitting the ground. Mm-hmm. Everything's good.
Yep.
And then
she kind of goes off into a little dark area.
Yes.
To kind of recover, and then who sneaks up behind her?
It's Captain Stacy, her dad. He
wants to arrest her.
He's like, you're under arrest.
Yeah. She's like, I just saved everybody. What is wrong with you?
Yeah. And he's like, but you killed Peter.
You killed Peter.
And she's like, I didn't though. But I mean, she did, but it was, she's like, it's complicated.
Yeah.
So she's like, okay, the only way I can get out of this maybe is if I just go ahead and reveal to him who I am. We're the only two people here. So she takes off her mask.
Yeah.
And he's like, what? Yeah. You're still under arrest?
Are you kidding me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I think I killed my best friend. Come on.
Yeah. So of course the others, Miguel and Jessica, they're about to leave through a portal.
And Gwen has asked them if she could go with them, basically.
Yes. And Jess is like, yeah, she should come with us. I think she'd be an asset and everything. And Miguel's kind of against it, but eventually he relents and throws a watch to her, because that's how they open up the portals. These watches, which we saw at the very end of Into the Spider-Verse. Mm-hmm. So she's like, well, obviously my dad's never gonna accept me the way I am, so I'm just gonna go.
Yep.
I'll just go help other people in other universes.
Yeah.
See ya.
Sad day.
Deuces. And she gets out of there. We also, at one point, you can hear J. Jonah Jameson talking. And he shows up, throughout. You can hear him talking
He's
on
in
TV in every universe. And every single time it's J.K. Simmons. Which is great.
That's always good. Yeah.
I just love that it's always J.K. Simmons. So cute.
Yeah, he's just so perfect for that.
Yeah. It's like the only constant in all Spider-Man universes is J. Jonah Jameson is J.K. Simmons. It's great.
Yep.
So she's gone off to do her thing, and now we finally get to catch up with Miles, who is on Earth 1610, 1610, whatever. So there we go. He's doing his thing in Brooklyn.
He is. Being all cool, being all Spidey. Got a new suit, looking fly, doing his thing. Stopping little things from happening.
Yep.
I don't remember a ton of what he was doing.
Yeah, I don't either. All I remember is that the Spot shows up.
Yes.
In this.
He's trying to rob a bodega.
Yeah. He gets in there. He's like, do you have an ATM? And he's like, yeah, it's back there.
Yeah.
One that's not chained.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
The Spot is kind of a silly character. The Spot is a guy made up of a bunch of spots.
Yeah, he looks like a Dalmatian, kind of.
Yeah. It's like, there was a cartoon a long time ago, like a Looney Tunes cartoon maybe, where somebody could make holes and would use it to rob things and stuff. You just make a hole into whatever building you want, and then you can go into that building, rob it, and leave and stuff. And then, so that's what it makes me think of. He's kind of a joke villain a lot of the time.
Yeah.
I don't know, from what I've read at least. I don't know if he's ever done anything bigger than that, but...
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I heard that they weren't going to make him, that big of a villain in this.
Yeah.
Until somebody else convinced them to. And they were like, really? Wait, we could make this work. Where he's a bigger antagonist than we originally wanted him to be.
It's played by Jason Schwartzman.
It is.
Yeah.
I was sitting there the whole time going, who is
it? Yes, I did the same thing.
I was like, I don't know who this is.
I was like, I know this voice.
The thing is, I haven't really watched a lot of stuff with Jason Schwartzman in it.
Yeah.
But I guess I do recognize his voice, but I don't recognize that as him. So I'm just like, who is this? Oh, this is killing me. Yeah. So I'm like, I know it. I just don't know who this is.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they showed the credits, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That's who that was. Okay.
It was ridiculous.
Which I did that with a couple of people. There was at least one person that I did immediately recognize, which we'll be talking about very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I could not figure out who it was. And it was killing me the whole time. But yes, it was Jason Schwartzman. Yeah.
But he's really bad at using his power.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to make the spot. They're going around the bodega, like not into the ATM.
Yeah.
He's a mess.
And the bodega owner is like, what is happening back here? He's like, just let me rob you.
Stop it. And he just gets attacked by the guy with a bat.
Yeah.
He's like, stop. And Miles is just whipping around.
Yep.
Just making up the cheesy pocket.
Oh, I do remember at one part it shows what he's been doing, what Miles has been doing. He hit like a growth spurt and everything. That's another reason he had to get a new suit and everything.
Yeah.
But also he made some like a commercial or something for something.
For baby powder.
And then he had to like apologize for it. And then he grew a mustache.
Yeah.
And he had to apologize for it. So he's like, I made a mistake.
It just cuts to him on TV like, I apologize.
I made a mistake. And then after the mustache, he's like, I made another mistake.
That's so funny, man.
That's what was happening.
That was great, yeah.
So funny.
Just so good.
Oh, man. But anyway, sorry. Back to the spot. Yeah, he's trying to rob it. Spider-Man's there making his little, what was it? His food?
I don't know. Some kind of hot
pocket kind of thing. But it wasn't Hot Pocket, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's doing that. And there's a lot of just silly things that happen in this fight.
It's just, Spot just insists that he's Spider-Man's greatest enemy. Yeah, his nemesis. He's like, we met up once, and now I'm back for revenge, and and Spider-Man's like, dude, I don't know you.
I don't know who you are.
You're not even like a villain of the week.
Yeah, because he's like, we met a year ago, or whatever. He's like, I literally have no idea who you are. But, so they have their little fight. Meanwhile, Miles's parents are meeting with
like a school counselor kind of deal.
Yeah. And he's late for the appointment.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're just waiting for him to show up.
Preparing his like college future and stuff like that, and what he's working on.
Yep.
And
so
they're texting him. It's like, he texted me in a minute.
In a minute.
All one word. So that sounds right. That sounds good.
Yeah.
That was good.
So yeah,
he's fighting Spot in the background. Just flying by.
You just see him in the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going through portals and everything.
Yeah.
But finally he subdues the bad guy.
Yeah.
And he gets back to Visions, which is where the school he goes to.
Right.
Climbs in through his window where his roommate is.
Genki.
Mm-hmm. And his roommate is voiced by Peter Son, I think is his name. It's the same guy who did the voice of Socks in Lightyear.
Right, yeah.
The cat, the little robot cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was supposed to have a bigger role in the first movie, but wasn't there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's sitting there. He's playing the Spider-Man video game.
Yeah, from PS4. Even he's playing it before you. Which
I knew this was coming.
After talking about it, I've started playing it again. Still great. Still love it. And yeah, I will have played this so many times before you even open the box.
Well, I don't have it in a box because...
That's true. It's even easier. You could just load it up.
So I'm pretty sure it came free.
Yeah. You got the code.
I think I got the code free when I bought the PS4 and I still haven't played it. Well, you know what else I haven't played? The Last of Us, God of War, all of these video games.
Yeah, I know.
that are so good, and I just haven't played them because I just don't play video games.
It's true. You're not a gamer.
I haven't played a video game. I don't know how long.
I know. We miss you.
I even stopped playing Minecraft for like a year.
You did.
And then I opened it up and I played it for like 2 hours and I haven't played it again. So
you have other priorities.
I
Right
do.
And that's fine. We forgive you, I guess.
Well, you know what? I have a week off in like a month, so maybe I will get around to it then.
You won't.
But probably not.
Spoilers. You won't.
Okay, so yeah, he's playing the Spider-Man video game.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter's like, hey, can you like call the cops and let them know that there's this guy on this roof or whatever?
Yeah. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm not your guy in the chair.
Yeah, exactly.
Referencing that. That was fun.
Yep. So he gets to the meeting finally.
Yeah.
And gets in there, and this is a meeting with Mrs. Weber is her name, which is kind of funny because I'm like,
funny.
Huh.
Interesting. She's Spider-Woman.
Interesting name you have there, Mrs. Weber.
Who are you, really?
Exactly.
Rachel Dratch.
It is Rachel Dratch, and this was the voice that I heard and was like, that is obviously Rachel Dratch.
Recognizable voice.
I'm like, I recognize that one. So yeah, she's they're talking about how he wants to go to Princeton. And they're like, New Jersey? You can't go to New Jersey. He's like, it's like right there. Come on. So they want him to go a little closer to home somewhere. But they have the best physics department or whatever nearby.
Yeah, he really wants to do it.
Yeah, and something about portals and dimensions and all this stuff. And his dad's like,
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's like, okay, that sounds fake.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, oh yeah, that's definitely not real.
Yeah. So they talk about like how his grades are and everything, and he needs to have a story to be able to like really sell himself to Princeton, I guess.
Right.
So yeah, they're trying to figure out how to spin his story and everything, and they're like, son of immigrants, and she's like, I'm Puerto Rican.
Yeah, that's part of the
America.
U.S. Yeah, had nothing, came from nothing. Whatever. He's like, we got a nice place over there.
Yeah, exactly.
New York, we're doing okay.
Yeah, but the Puerto Rico thing reminded me of like about a week or two ago, I guess, there was a big story about Hertz, the car rental company. Somewhere in Louisiana, they wouldn't rent a car to somebody from Puerto Rico because they were like, it can only be for U.S. citizens. And they're like, we are U.S. citizens. Yeah. And they had to like apologize, and I think their employees have to go through training about like,
geography training.
What is actually part of the U.S.? It's like, oh
boy, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Apparently, there are people in Hawaii have this same problem sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, it is literally a state. I mean, at least Puerto Rico is just like, a territory.
Yeah,
but still.
Oof. Yeah, good stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's our education system for you. So anyway, his spidey senses go off, of course, in the middle of all this.
Spot's running rampant again. He's got that ATM still. He's pushing it around.
Yep.
It's like, are you kidding me?
Yep. So he's like, I gotta go. So he heads out. And then, of course, the dad gets a call. And he's like, I gotta go. I gotta get going. So they're both heading out. The mom's there by herself like, why am I even here?
Yeah.
And Mrs. Weber's like, he's lying to you.
Yeah.
She's like, what?
Your son is lying.
Your son is lying to you.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of like freaking her out.
Out of nowhere. Like, why was the counselor doing this?
That's why I'm like, does she have spidey senses?
Yeah. Like,
Mrs. Weber?
Jeez, man. Chill, lady.
Yep. So they both head out to stop Spot.
Yep.
And
he's going toward Alchemax.
Yes. Or the remains of Alchemax. Yeah. And they get to the top of wherever that building is. And Spider-Man and Spot both like jump down, and there's like a portal and everything. And the dad looks at it like, I could just jump through this portal. And I was like, don't you do it.
Readying up for a run and jump. I'm like, he's gonna die.
Don't do it. Don't do it. That portal's gonna go away as soon as you jump. Don't do it.
And it just cuts to him.
It cuts to him right downstairs. I was like, okay, thank you.
That was a really good moment.
Yeah. And it reminded me of the first movie when Miles was going to jump off that building and then he went down the stairs
like,
instead.
Nah,
no.
Not doing that.
So, anyway, that was cute.
Yeah.
So, Miles finally talks to the Spot and finds out who he is. He worked at Alchemax.
Yes.
And
he was like, you came in the cafeteria.
Well, first of all, he says, I made you who you are.
Yeah.
Because he was the one who was in charge of the collider, and they brought in the spider.
Well, yeah, I mean, he was part of the... Yeah, that's true, yeah.
So the spider with the 42 on it, was from another dimension. Yeah. And then it bit Miles, turning him into Spider-Man. So he's like, I made you, and then you made me.
Yep.
And yes, he talks about how he was working in their compound or whatever. And he's like, and you came through
the cafeteria. You threw a bagel
at me. And it shows the little bagel part again. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that we talked about that in the first, when we were talking about the first movie.
Didn't know how important it was.
No, it was so important.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was bagel guy.
Yeah. And then he was in when it blew up, he was there as well.
And
it messed him up.
Messed him up big time.
Became the spot. Like, all that, his white and black skin. It's his skin. He's not wearing a costume.
Yeah.
He is just spotty.
Yep. So, and of course, his family didn't want to have anything to do with him. All of his colleagues, like, laughed at him and stuff. So he has nothing. You took everything from me. And so he's there to get his revenge.
Yeah. And they fight, and he kind of loses all of his spots, pretty much. And then he falls into one.
Yes.
And he's just gone.
He just disappears. And it's like, well, where'd he go?
Miles' dad's like, what happened? He's like, he kind of kicked his own butt, I guess.
Yeah, because at one point he has like his different portals open, and he actually does kick his own butt through his portal, which was funny.
And he just falls into a hole.
Yep.
He's gone.
So, of course, Miles was like, well, let me just
another job
wipe my hands and I'm done. I did it. We did good. Nice job. They have a little talk.
Yeah.
And he's talking about Miles. Because he's like, how's your son doing or whatever? And
feels him pulling away.
Yeah.
He's growing up too fast.
Yeah.
I was like, let him spread his wings, baby.
He goes, cool. Maybe get off the kid's ass. And he's like, excuse me? And he's like, I shouldn't have said that. Yep. So he's like, well, it was nice working with you. I'm going to head on out. He leaves. It does show Spot again. He's in this...
inside of himself.
Yes, he's somehow inside of himself. It's just this white
void,
and there are spots everywhere.
Yeah.
And he can stick his head through different spots, and it goes into other universes. Yeah. So, interesting. He can do interdimensional travel through himself, and he's like, my holes can take me anywhere.
He goes into like a real comic booky one. Scares an old lady.
Yep. And she hits him with her purse.
Yep. Goes into a Lego world. Kind of messes up
the Daily Bugle.
The Bugle, yeah.
Yep.
And Lego Peter Parker sees it and makes a call to Miguel.
Yeah, because he's like, hey,
we got an anomaly.
We got a problem here.
Miguel's like, thanks, you're my best worker or whatever. Loved it, the Lego guy.
Oh my gosh, so cute. He pokes his head into Venom World.
Yep, talks to that cashier lady.
Talks to Mrs. Chen.
Yeah.
And so...
it's like, get out of there.
Yep.
You don't want to be drawn into that world.
No, you do not want to be there.
I think a couple guys like us.
So, yeah, he can go anywhere he wants to now.
Yep.
So, now he's just traveling through different dimensions or looking around to see if he can find something that he can use to get back at Peter.
Yep.
But now we head over to, we're still in this world. We head over to the apartment building on the roof. They're having a big celebration because Jefferson Davis is now going to be captain. He's not going to be lieutenant anymore. Nope. He's moving on up.
Got a promotion.
Yeah, so he's going to be captain. They're having a big cookout on the roof of the building.
All the family's there, friends.
Exactly. They've got a DJ and everything.
One person's not there, though.
It's Miles.
Yeah. He's busy. He was supposed to get the cake.
Yes. And he is getting the cake.
Yeah.
And
he's making them write this long speech thing on cake.
I'm like, why? Why did you do that? And they're like, there's not enough room on this cake for us to write this. You're going to need 2 cakes. Smaller. So he ends up with 2 cakes.
Yeah.
He's trying to get to the party.
Yeah, but he can't whip around or else the cakes will mess up. So
yes.
He takes the train.
Well, he tries to take a I think he tries to take the train first. Oh, was it a train first?
Yeah, and then Armadillo on the tracks.
So
he has to go knock him off the track.
So
then he gets in the cab.
He gets in a cab. He gets down the road. He gets his spidey senses go off because somebody's trying to steal something.
Well, I don't know that he got down the road. Because he put the cakes on top of the cab. Some guy was stealing something like, I don't know, donuts or something from a store, and he had to stop him right quick.
And of course,
everybody wanted autographs.
Yeah, and then the cab drives off with the cakes on top.
Had to chase down the cab.
Yeah, he eventually makes it.
Yeah, but not until after, like his dad is giving a big speech
and everything. Yeah,
and how he does it all for his son and stuff, and his son's not there. Yeah, it's sad.
So he gets up there. He has the cakes and everything.
But they unveil the cakes.
He opens the cake, and across
they got jostled around a little.
Yeah, so across the 2 cakes. The only words that are left are, I'm not proud.
How random. So good.
And yeah, so they get into a little
their
argument.
Yeah.
And at one point, Miles is just tired of it. He's just like, whatever. And they're like, whatever? Excuse you?
Yeah.
You're grounded.
Yeah.
For a month.
The whole family and party is just like awkwardly watching them. And I feel like, I've made a scene like this in the past in front of just so many people. And I just feel so bad about it. Like, it's too real.
Yeah.
So he's grounded for
He's
2
grounded
months.
for 1 month at first. Yeah. And then he keeps arguing about stuff. And
then he just leaves. And they're like, it's 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah.
So he goes back inside.
Yep.
And lays down in bed, starts listening to his music and everything. And then a portal opens up in front of him or above him, I guess. Yeah. And it's Gwen. She's there. And she's like, away? Got a minute?
Yeah.
And
that's what we saw in the first one.
At the very end of the first one. Yep.
Yep.
So she kind of tells him what she's been doing. They flip around town.
Having fun. Yeah.
He loses her for a minute.
Yeah.
And we get to see her. She's like under one of the elevated trains. And she puts something on. A
little spider bot.
Yeah. And it's basically monitoring what the spot is doing. Yeah. He's back in the world.
He's in this abandoned building.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's keeping track of what he's doing.
Yep.
But then they go off and they keep having fun and everything. Yep. She mentions somebody named Hobie.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, who's
she
Hobie?
Hangs out with sometimes and crashes at his place occasionally. He's like, oh, how serious is this Hobie thing?
He's looking pretty jealous. She says something about how in other worlds, Spider-Man and Gwen are kind of an item, but it never ends well.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, she falls for him, and I was like, yeah, I bet she does. And she's like, yeah, it doesn't end well. Yeah. Because it doesn't. No. If you don't know the story of Gwen Stacy, she falls, and then he tries to catch her, and it breaks her neck, basically.
It was her back in the movie, I think.
The movie, she hits her head.
Oh, she hits her head, okay.
Yeah, but yeah. So, not a great time for Gwen.
No.
But in this one, she's okay.
Yeah. But she loses Peter instead.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And they sit and talk. And they're real cute together.
Yeah.
They're having a good time.
Yeah.
She tells him not to tell his parents that he's Spider-Man.
Yeah, because it did not go well for her, so she's afraid it's not going to go well for him either. And then they do go to the party.
Yep.
They show up there, and his parents see her.
Yeah.
Like, she's a lot older than he is.
Yeah.
And
they interrupt him.
They do.
Oh, boy.
They get up there.
Times.
So she meets his parents. She calls them by their names.
Yeah, which they're like...
Mr. and Mrs.,
Davis and Morales.
Yeah, Morales. Yep. And they're not happy about that. Yep. Because they had already talked about how somebody did that.
Genki does that.
Oh, okay, that's what it is. And they're like, don't like it. So, yeah. But she has to leave because I guess her spidey senses.
Yeah.
So she senses something happening.
Or the watch told her or something.
Oh, maybe that's
she's got to go check on that stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so she's like, well, I gotta go, so
yeah.
See ya. And I think they, shake hands.
Yeah.
It's real awkward.
Really shake hands, yeah.
And then she leaves.
Yeah. And he's annoyed and upset. And his dad leaves. He's like, tells the mom to talk to him.
Yeah.
So she stays and talks to him.
Yeah.
It's like, you're growing up too fast. We don't like it.
Yeah. I really like the mom.
Yeah, she's great.
She's so sweet. I like her a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, they talk and she's saying, I know that eventually you're going to go out there and do your own thing. Just don't get lost.
Yeah.
And come back to us and, everything.
And she's like, go get her, Tiger.
Yeah. Oh, and also she says, I hope I didn't ice your game.
Yeah.
And he's like,
we don't say that.
Don't say that. Oh, man.
So he takes off after Gwen. After getting permission. He follows her to where the spot was.
Yeah, it was
Gwen doesn't know
he's
following her, though.
Yeah, and there are holes all in the facade of the building.
Yeah, and she's like, oh, no.
Yep, so she goes in there.
He's gone. It's destroyed.
And of course, Miles is following her. He's invisible.
Yeah.
So she doesn't know that he's there. So he's seeing all this too.
Uh-huh.
she does this thing where it shows, like, what happened.
Yeah, the spider bot shows the footage of what happened, yeah.
Yep, so...
He's just doing a bunch of science stuff.
Yeah.
And he took a lot of stuff from Malcolm X, the site. And so he's like, I gotta make more holes, baby. Because he's out of holes.
The spider from Earth 42 was there, too. Because they had, I guess, gone back and picked up the dead body.
Yep.
So it was there. And, yeah, so...
So he kind of creates more holes and he kind of disappears into them. And then a bunch of holes shoot out from the area. And that's what messes up the building.
Yep.
So there's just holes everywhere around town.
Mm-hmm. And Jessica Drew, of course, she...
Radios
in or whatever. Yeah. She's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
What is going on? Because he has gone to other... They can see, like, he's going to a bunch of different other universes.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, you were supposed to stop him.
Yeah,
What's
she's
happening?
like, I went and saw Miles.
Yeah, and she was not supposed to do that.
Yeah, so they're not happy with her on that one. She opens up a portal to go back to meet up with Miguel and Jessica, and Miles follows her and is like, all right, I'm going to go too.
Yep. He's like,
not?
This is my chance.
Yep.
Because he wanted to join them, and she was like, well, it's like a really small operation.
Yeah.
We can't just have everybody and everything.
And she also says that she's talking to Jessica. She's like, I'll never see him again.
Yeah.
I swear. And, he's probably like, nah.
No, I don't want that.
We ain't going out like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's like, I'm going to go into this portal.
Yeah.
So
he follows her in, and they go to, they've already set it up to go to the world that he stopped in.
Yeah. Because he's like going to different alchemexes in different universes.
Yep. And he found one that has what he needs.
Uh-huh.
So that's where he stopped, and so that's where they're headed.
Yep.
So they end up in Earth 50101.
Okay.
Which is Mumbattan.
Yep.
Which is like Mumbai and Manhattan.
Yeah, it's like India and New York together. So it's just tons of traffic and everything. Yep. But yeah.
And so here we meet Indian Spider-Man.
Yes.
Who is named Paviter Papakar.
Sure.
I think is how
sounds
you say it.
right.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I loved this guy.
I did
thought it
too.
was so great.
Yes. I love that his hood, it does not cover his hair.
Uh-huh.
And he just has this flowing locks.
He's like, I don't like to get too buff. I don't want to work out too much to get too buff. And also my hair looks amazing every time I get up.
He's great.
So funny.
I liked him a lot.
Yeah. It's the guy from Deadpool.
Yes.
His like friend, that's the cab driver and stuff. Yeah. So it's that guy. I love that guy.
Oh man. So I was very excited to see this. Because I was like, okay, I immediately like this guy.
Yeah.
He has his own version of Gwen Stacy.
Yeah.
But I don't know what her first name was, because they said it like once or twice, and I just could not get it. But her last name is Singh.
Okay, yeah,
and
that's true.
Captain Singh is her father. And he's the head of police, of course.
Yeah.
He's the captain of the police.
And they've got a little romance going on.
Yeah.
Him and the captain.
No, him and the girl.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really cute. I just liked this, that little world that they were in.
And his web is like a little, like, I don't know if it's like an Indian thing, but it's kind of like yo-yo-ish a little bit. Well, he has a little roller on it.
It's like a bangle, because he had one bangle on.
Okay.
And the other one was what he was whipping with. So it's like this web is connected to his bangle, or his bangles. Okay. So that was pretty cool.
It was cool. I just really liked him.
Yeah.
It was great.
So so he's there, of course.
Yeah.
And
Gwen meets up with them.
Yeah.
They're trying to find the spot.
They're like, all right, well, he's in their version of Alchemex.
Uh-huh.
And he goes there because they have their own collider there.
Yes.
And he wants to use it.
Yep.
So they follow him in there and everything. And
they're fighting with the spot. Around the city. Miles outs himself. He's like, hey, I'm here to help. And Gwen's like, are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me?
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like, I wasn't even supposed to go see you, and now you're here. This is bad. Yeah. And of course, since he's not supposed to be in this world, he keeps glitching.
Uh-huh. Does not go well.
Yeah. So, anyway, they get in there, and they're trying to stop him, and someone else shows up, and it's Hobie Brown.
Yeah.
Who is
Spider-Punk. Yep.
And this was the one that I was like, I get what they're doing with his character, like the way he looks. Yeah. But I didn't like it.
Oh, really?
I didn't like it.
I liked it. I thought it was so weird and
I mean, it was weird, fun. But I don't know. It was like, it hurt my eyes.
Did it? Yeah, he's very like...
He's supposed to look like a punk.
Like newspaper and poster.
Or like like a album cover kind of thing.
Yeah. Just real punky.
It looks kind of like newspaper-ish, but it was cool. Like, but I don't know, there was something about it I didn't like.
but Spider-Punk in this movie is fantastic.
I like it. Yeah,
he's so good.
I like his character a lot.
Yeah, he's played by
Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, he was in Black Panther and stuff, and Bucky or something maybe.
And Get Out and
and Nope,
and he was in like one of I think the first season of Black Mirror.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure he was in one of those episodes.
Could be. But reading him in the comics, I don't like Spider-Punk. Like,
oh, okay.
He kind of annoys me. I never really connected to him. I've been trying to read, like, I found out that I was going to read Into the Spider-Verse, and then I was like, oh, I've already read this, so I don't need to read it. So then I was reading Spider-Geddon, and I've just started, but he's pretty prominent, at least at the beginning, as far as I can tell. And I'm just reading, I'm like, I don't know. I just don't like him. His background is he, like, killed, Norman Osborn, who was president at the time, and he's very anarchy rules, because, I mean, Norman Osborn was evil. And then there's the Captain America version is Captain Anarchy and stuff. It's just so dumb. It's just ridiculous. But, man, love this guy. Yeah. I'd read all about this guy.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Maybe it's his voice. I don't know.
But. It's so funny because he keeps talking about, like, how, go against the establishment and all this stuff, but...
Then he's part of this group. Yeah. Like, what are you doing?
It's like, okay, that seems counterproductive, but okay, sure. But
he shows up when they're like in the Alchemex, and Spot's gotten into the collider area, put up a force field.
Yeah, and Miles is trying to use his like electric power, I guess.
Yeah.
To get through the force field.
He's been working on it. He can like reroute absorb the power from it and then shoot it back at it.
Yeah, so that's what he's trying to do, but it's taken a long time.
And Hobie just comes in with a sweet guitar riff.
Yeah, it just breaks through it, and he's like, I loosened that for you.
Yeah, and he's like, hey, next time use your palms.
Use your palms, yeah.
He was just using his fingertips.
Exactly, so he's like, okay. But unfortunately, they're not able to stop the Spot.
Yeah,
and
it's too late.
He goes through their collider, or it pulls him into it, and it turns him like, he was white with black spots, but it turns him black with white
Slender
spots.
Man, yeah.
And he also, there's this weird connection with Miles.
Yeah.
So he sees like their future.
Yeah, it's very Voldemortian.
And so he sees like this, he sees like a building collapsing, and he sees his dad trying to save a kid, and then he sees Captain Singh trying to save a kid, because it's like, it's all connected.
It's all over there.
And
Spot saying he's going to destroy everything.
Yeah, he's like, you took everything from me, I'm going to take everything from you.
Yep.
So, yeah, not good. And then he just disappears, and they're like, oh, crap.
Uh-oh. And then the buildings blew up, so like part of the building's falling down into the streets. They have to go try to save everybody. Yeah. And I'm like, they're not going to be able to save everybody from those buildings. Yeah.
But
there were a ton of people. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, I guess if you have 4 spider people, they might do a little better job. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're trying to slow it down, and other people are flipping people out of the way.
Yeah, it's chaos.
Yeah.
And then there's like a bridge.
Yeah.
And there's a bus on the bridge.
Yeah.
And it starts falling.
Yeah.
And Paviter sees that his girlfriend is in there. Mm-hmm. And so he goes to whip it so that she won't fall to her death. And so he's holding it. And then there's Captain Singh trying to save a baby.
He's gonna, kid. And the building's about to fall on him. So he's like, I can do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is always the thing. I can do both. And it's like, but you can't.
Oh, Spider-Man.
And so Gwen, of course, gets her watch goes off, and there's an incoming canon event. Yeah. So you're like, oh no. We know what's supposed to happen.
We know about canon.
Uh-oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
So she tries to stop Miles from interfering.
Yeah, Miles wants to go save officer scene, but yeah.
And so she tries to stop him, but
he just gets away.
He goes anyway, and he saves the captain.
Yep, and the kid.
And they're good. And then of course, Paviter is able to save his girlfriend and everybody else on the bus. Yeah, so they're all good. And then I love the part where they're talking about the captain, and he's like, his daughter's like, I've never seen him so emotional, and he's just like deadpan.
Just shakes his hand.
It's like so good. Oh
yeah.
But then they notice that another building is like falling down.
Yeah.
Because there's a big hole that has opened up.
Yep. Black hole.
It is a quantum hole.
Yeah.
So now a bunch of other spider people show up.
Yeah.
So Jessica Drew shows up. A bunch of other ones.
They got some equipment they're setting up around it.
Because they've got to try to stop this quantum hole.
Yep.
And they're like, all right, well, you guys are coming with us.
Yep, everybody in the van.
Yep.
Let's go.
So Miles is like, yes, I get to go. This is great. So now they show up in Earth 928, which is Nueva York.
Yep, that's where 2099, or Spider-Man 2099 is from.
Yeah, which is weird that it's Earth 928, but he's Spider-Man 2099, but I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just the year 2099. So, it's like after the heroes have gone and stuff, and there's like cults following Thor and stuff like that. The Thorites.
So this is where their headquarters is, like all the spider people.
Yeah.
And they get there, and there are spider people everywhere, and Miles is like, I thought this was like a small operation, but basically it's like everybody except for Miles.
Yeah, because she's been like trying to like break him down to him gently that he's just not invited, you know?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't understand. I'm pretty good. I saved the universe once. Why don't I get in there?
Yeah.
And everybody's there. We got
first they give him a day pass.
Yeah, because he keeps glitching.
He gets excited because he's like, yeah, my own watch, and he's like, no, this is a day pass.
Yeah, just a
temporary thing. Yeah. And he's like, okay, but it'll keep him from glitching.
Yeah.
So then we meet up with who? Who do we see?
There's a lot of people. Yep. We see Spider Car's driving around. Everybody gets in the Spider Car and drives away.
Which is it's Peter Parked car.
Peter Parked car, yes. So stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Bombastic Bagman is there.
Okay.
He doesn't really get center stage, but he's definitely there. Which that was whenever he had the Venom suit, and Mr. Fantastic like removed it from him, and he didn't have anything to wear home, so they just gave him a suit, and he put it back over his head and it flew away. So yeah, it's a dumb suit. And then there's also Ben Reilly,
our favorite Scarlet Spider.
He's just like, oh, my past. It's so dramatic.
Melodramatic. Yeah. Not just dramatic, but melodramatic.
Which I started reading the Clone Saga again, and it's just like, oh man, Ben Reilly is so emo. So great. I love it.
Voiced by Andy Samberg.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, yeah, that was a good choice.
Yeah.
You have Web Slinger, who shows up, and he has his horse with him, who also wears a mask.
Yeah,
and they're like, why?
That's fun.
Why does your horse wear a mask?
Yeah.
This was Taran Killam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
They go through a section where there are a bunch of bad guys that have been coming in from different worlds, I guess.
Yeah. It's like we got some cool ones.
Yeah.
We got a lot of Cravens and Dr. Octopuses.
Yeah, one of them is just a rhino.
Yeah, just this is a boring rhino.
Boring rhino.
Rhino.
There was a Mysterio, and then there was a Miss Mysterio.
Yeah.
The woman Mysterio.
What was the other Mysterio?
I don't know.
Oh, dang it. It was funny. I don't remember. Anyway.
But yeah, there's a bunch of different ones.
Yeah,
and then,
they're like, here's some video game ones.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know what game they were from. I don't know the Spider-Man game, but the Spider, I think it was the Spider-Man from the PS4 game is there, and he's like, "Hey, what's wrong with video games?"
Yeah, because the guy who voiced him, Yuri, something, I can't remember what his last name is. It's like Blumenthal or something like that. He was a voice on there, so He was in there.
Oh, speaking of Yuri's, I forgot to mention, back in Gwen Stacy's world, we see Yuri Watanabe is a police officer with her dad that they pull up there, and she's the main character. And she's very prominent in the video game, which you would know if you had.
I'm leaving. Excuse me. I'm just going to head on out.
Anyway. But yeah, then we see A very interesting villain.
Yes, and when he showed up, I was like, ah! Oh my god!
It was great.
It was so great. It was Prowler.
Yep.
Donald Glover.
Donald Glover version, just real life Donald Glover.
Real life Donald Glover
in a
as
Prowler
suit. And I was like, this was all I ever wanted.
It was so great. Loved it. Yeah, so
I was very,
will we ever
happy.
see him in the MCU again? Well, maybe not, but we
At least I did get to see that.
Yeah.
And that made me so happy.
It was great.
So then they have a machine there.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what it was called. I think I wrote it down later.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, it's just called the Go Home machine.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
But it can detect what universe you're from, and it sends you back there.
Yeah.
So they've been doing that to all of the bad guys that they've been capturing.
Yeah, run by a girl, Spider-Bite.
Spider-Bite, Margot Kess.
Yeah.
Who is voiced by Amanda Stenberg.
Okay.
And that was Rue from Hunger Games.
Oh, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So we have Rue from the Hunger Games, and we have the person who killed her.
Oh, God, they're not in the same room.
No.
But
only one of them gets killed in this, and it's not Rue.
Perfect vengeance.
There you go. So, yeah, Spider-Bite was pretty cool.
And she's just an avatar, because she's just playing from her world.
Yeah, she's just sitting there eating Cheetos or whatever in her room.
Yeah.
Doing her stuff through
Yeah.
the virtual space. But yeah, she's the one who runs the machine.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there was something, she seemed kind of interested in Miles. Did you get that?
A little bit, yeah.
I was like...
Because,
she was looking at him like...
She makes some decisions later where I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it's like, does she have a little bit of a crush? I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. She was cute though.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, they're
sending somebody back to where they're supposed to.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was.
I don't either. But then they're like, all right, it's time for you to meet Miguel.
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting ready to meet him. He's on this platform.
Yeah.
He's like watching all kinds of stuff from different universes, I think.
Yep.
And he starts coming down in this platform, and it is the slowest moving platform, and they're just like waiting and waiting.
Yeah.
And while
yeah, that's kind of his thing.
Yeah. And while they're waiting, here comes Peter B. Parker.
Yeah.
He shows up. He's wearing a bathrobe and everything.
Well, because I don't think it was while they were waiting, because it was when, what?
I think it was raining.
It was when Miguel was saying something about him. He's like, well, he had a bad mentor, and he comes in, and it's
But Peter, I mean, I think it's in that same room.
Oh, yeah, it's in the same room.
But
yeah,
it is raining.
It's raining.
But yeah, Peter's there.
Yep.
Peter has a baby.
He does. He's wearing a little baby thing on his front. And
like a baby Bjorn
baby?
thing. Yep. And here's the baby.
It's Mayday.
The baby's Mayday.
Yeah.
So cute.
So cute. He's got a little toboggan mask for. Oh my gosh. It was so cute. I loved it so much.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's like, yeah, he's kind of a jerk.
Yeah.
That's just how he is.
It's just how he is.
Like, so, but he's still Peter B. Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Still love him.
Yeah. So we find out a little bit of backstory about Miguel.
Yes.
Apparently he broke canon. So that's why he's like, if there's a canon event, you need to leave it to run its course. Because he broke canon. He went to one of the universes
he died.
Yes. And
because he had a niece or something that he really loved, and she died. Is that what happened?
Think so.
Yeah.
And so in that other universe, he died, so he went there so that he could be with her.
Yeah.
But because he was there and he was messing up canon, just by being there, it destroyed that whole universe.
Right. Yeah.
And so they're like, and now, Miles, you've done the same thing because you saved Captain Singh.
Yeah.
And now that world is collapsing.
Right.
And they're trying to stop it.
Yeah.
And he's like, you can't go against canon. Every Spider-Man has specific things that happen to him, and
so it makes us who we are.
Yep. And you have to let these things happen.
Yep.
It's what makes you Spider-Man.
Yep.
And so it shows like a bunch of different things. So it shows like Uncle Ben dying, but of course instead of Uncle Ben, it was his Uncle Aaron.
Yeah.
So that was his Uncle Ben moment.
Yeah. Then we see a bunch of others.
We do.
Like Andrew Garfield and his movie, just straight from there.
Yep.
Tobey Maguire. It's like,
like, oh my gosh, they did it.
Yeah, there was just so many different little things in there. It was so great, man.
And then, of course, one of the other things that you're not supposed to stop is the police captain.
Yeah.
Getting killed, which is when he saved Captain Singh. That's what messed everything up.
There's always a captain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait a minute. My dad is becoming captain.
It's like, Gwen, your dad's captain.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah,
and she's
sorry
like,
about that. And he's like, Spot's going to kill my dad.
Yep.
And it's going to happen in 2 days, apparently, according to Miguel. So he's like, I got to get back there because I got to stop this.
Yep. And he's like, nope, you can't go.
Yeah.
You can't go. You can't change it.
Yep. Sorry.
If you change it, you're going to mess everything up.
Yep.
It's like you can change. It's like if you save this one person, you're gonna kill everyone else.
Dooming an entire world just to save one person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's not how we do things.
Yeah. So like, you got caged.
Yep.
They make a cage around him.
Yep. But he like basically immediately breaks out.
Yeah, because he looks
over and Hobie's there, and he just kind of like
use the palm.
Looks at him like, use your palm, and he breaks out, and then Hobie's like, and with that, I'm out of here too.
Yeah, he's like, tell the boss I quit.
Yep.
And he's out. Loved him.
So, yep. So there we go. He's running away from all these Spider-Men, basically.
Yeah, Miguel puts out a call. Like, stop Spider-Man, he's entering this room. Yeah. And everybody's like, wait, you the Spider-Man? Who are you?
Spider-Man pointing meme
everywhere.
To the max.
It was great. And then one guy comes and he's like, he's about to enter the doors of Sector 4, and some dude just comes in.
And it's like a Doc Ock.
It's like an octopusy Spider-Man, yeah. And they're like, this guy?
He's like, what? No. And he turns around and Miles is just like on his back.
Yeah. So it's just big chase through the world, through the city.
Yeah. At one point, Peter B. Parker is like, I think it was him. He was like, this is bad parenting.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's just going around chasing with Mayday with him.
Yeah, that's what he like puts the thing on her. Oh, that's so cute. Yeah. So, chases them all around.
Yeah, there's just spider creatures everywhere. At one point, there's a spider cat that attacks him.
Yep.
Then there's a spider Rex.
Yeah,
it's like a T-Rex.
I think it might be like Devil Dinosaur, maybe, because there's in Old Man Logan in the future. There's like a Venom version of a dinosaur. Okay. Like Venom has taken over like a bunch of different things. The symbiote has. So there's like a Venom dinosaur.
Okay. Well, Wikipedia says Spider Rex. So
Spider Rex. Yeah, maybe that's a real thing. I don't know.
But apparently there was a spider monkey. I didn't see it. There was
spider monkey. Yeah,
there were a bunch of different other things.
There were tons of stuff.
Maybe like a spider wolf. I don't know.
Oh yeah, there was definitely a spider wolf.
Okay, I missed it.
Reminds me of when Captain America became a wolf.
A werewolf.
That was a great time.
but yeah. There's just all of these different ones. There's like Spider-Man, the old, what was it, 62? The cartoon from 1962 or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
He's there again.
It plays the music. So great.
It's just all kinds of...
It's everybody.
Yeah, pretty much.
Too many to go into.
Yeah, there's exactly. So great. They're all just chasing him through the city.
Yep.
At one point, he gets stopped
by Ben.
By
Peter B. Parker.
Peter, and
like he pulls him into a little area. Away from everybody.
Yeah, and he's like, "You're the reason I even had Mayday because." I want her to be like you and everything. And of course, like his watch goes off. And so he thinks that he betrayed him pretty much. Yeah. He's like, no, I didn't know. I didn't mean for them to find you.
Peeing at his location that he knows where he is.
And so he like, I don't know exactly how he does all this stuff or how he even, there's just so much. It's just more chase.
Yeah. He just escapes through a grate and then eventually makes it to like a train going to the moon.
Up.
So he's like, I guess I'm going to the moon now. And Miguel's right behind him, clawing at this train.
Yep.
Find out that Peter B. Parker and Gwen knew about this, and like, because at one time Miguel's like, I know it's not how we planned it, but this is how it's gotta go. And he's like, Miles like, you planned this? You knew that this was gonna happen? Like, yeah, sorry. We gotta stop you, man.
Yeah.
When did they tell him he's the anomaly?
It's around here.
Around here? So Miguel...
I think it's before he says that to them, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like, yeah, you're an anomaly. You weren't supposed to be bitten. That spider was from a different world. It was supposed to bite the Peter there.
Yeah.
And turn him into Spider-Man.
So that world doesn't have a Spider-Man.
Yep. But it didn't. So that world doesn't have a Spider-Man anymore.
Yeah.
And your world was supposed to still have a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because you got bitten.
He died saving you.
And then Spider-Man died saving you.
Yeah.
So he's like...
So without that, you wouldn't have had the Collider incident and all that. And...
Yep, you've messed everything up and you're an anomaly.
Yeah.
You were never supposed to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Because he's the only Miles Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because all those others, none of them were Miles.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So he's the only one. Yeah. And he's an anomaly. He's not supposed to be there. So yeah, he was never supposed to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And I forget I don't remember what he says to him. Oh, he says something about that he had a plan all along too or something.
Oh yeah, he's like,
that Miles did.
Yeah, because I just drew hundreds of Spider-Man out here.
Yeah.
Away from the building.
Exactly.
And he's like, oh crap.
Yep, so...
Which makes sense, because he never went invisible. He obviously wanted to be chased.
Yeah, because he easily could have been invisible the whole time and just gotten away. But yeah, all of the Spider-Men are after him.
Yep.
So now he can jump down.
Yep, goes invisible. And then takes off.
Exactly.
Goes back to the building.
So he goes back to the building. He gets in there. He's invisible still.
Yeah, Spider-Bite feels like somebody's there, but can't tell for sure.
Yeah, well, things start happening on the machine. Yeah. The go-home machine.
Yep.
And so she's like, what? I don't know what's going on. It just started by itself. This is weird. I don't know how to stop it. Yeah. And so she's trying to stop it.
He's trying to send himself home using it.
And Lila is also trying to stop it. Lila's like the little AI. But they can't get it to stop. Yeah. And it scans him, and he gets ready to be sent back home.
Yeah, Miguel tries to rip it open. Yep. It's not going well.
Nope.
And Spider-Man gets it to where she could shut it down.
It could restart the whole system.
Yeah, but she
says yes or no. Him. Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not going to press anything.
She just doesn't do anything. She just lets him go.
Yep. So he's off.
So, yep. He's out.
Yep.
Sent back home.
Yep.
And Miguel is very mad.
Yeah. He's like, we gotta go get him.
And he's like, Gwen, this is your fault. Yeah. I knew we shouldn't have brought you into this.
You're going home.
You're going home too. And so he sends her home.
Yeah, which she has not wanted to go home.
No, because she doesn't want to confront her dad.
Yep, exactly.
So that's the whole reason she left in the first place. Yep. But she's back home.
Yep.
And her dad is there.
Yeah.
And so they have a little talk, and he's basically, at this point, I think he's pretty much fine with her being Spider-Woman.
Yeah, I think he just misses her. Yeah. And he's thought about it, because she says he looks skinny.
Yeah.
Probably hasn't eaten in a while.
He did not look skinny.
Yeah, well, his character's drawn very broad.
Yeah,
he looks like Mr. Incredible, basically.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
But they hug it out.
Yeah.
Hug it out, bitch.
Yeah, she's like, this is my badge. You carry your badge because you want to protect your family. This is my badge because I want to protect the people I love, but I messed it up.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't have a badge anymore.
Yep. He's like, I'm not going to be captain.
Yeah. I quit in the middle of your speech.
Yep. And I do really like the way that their world starts, like, it looks like it's kind of bleeding, but it's not really bleeding. It's like watercolor. Yeah. And so it just looks like watercolors just kind of going down like a waterfall kind of in the background. I thought that looked really cool.
It was cool.
And you can see, like, the colors just kind of start blending more together.
Yeah. Just kind of, from what I remember, the art style of her comics are a lot like that.
Yeah, it was really pretty. I like it.
Yeah, it's good. But now he's not going to be captain anymore.
Nope.
So maybe he's not going to die anymore.
Yep.
And she's like, maybe we can change the worlds without
messing everything
being destroyed.
Up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So maybe Miles was right.
Yeah, so she's like, I've got to get back. I've got to help, but I don't have a way to get back.
Yeah.
And he's like, a friend dropped this off for you. And it's this box. And he's like, it's really weird. And that guy was really weird.
Yeah, it was weird, dude.
He said you would need this.
Yeah.
And so she opens it up, and it's Hobie's watch. Yeah. He left it for her.
He did. I guess he opened a portal and left before he
opened a portal and threw it in there or something maybe, and then it closed behind him.
Feels very cool, like something Hobie would do.
It does. That's just such a Hobie move.
Thing, man. God, he's so cool.
He's so cool. I love that. Cool. I love that when he takes his mask off and everything. He's like, you even look so much cooler.
Yeah, even cool under the mask. Not fair. And he is. He's so cool.
He's so cool. Oh, man. So Miguel and Spider-Woman and Ben Reilly have all shown up in Miles's world, and they're looking for him. And, of course, that's where Gwen goes,
too. And Ben Reilly's posing up on a building. He's like, perfect pose.
Oh my gosh. I love that, like, something shows up in front of him. Yeah. Because I think it was like a portal or something shows up in front of him. It was to the side. Okay, what it was. But alley. But yeah, he's like, I'm looking at this wall.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to investigate it. Let's look at both walls to the side. Okay, those look normal. Yeah, which is so, like, comic book thing. So dumb. Back in that time, that they just over-explain everything about what they're doing. Oh, it's so ridiculous. Just very, very good. Yeah. And then now I'm going to look in front of me. Oh! Yeah, so he gets thrown back into a portal and his watch gets taken. So he can't portal back.
It's so funny. Yeah. So anyway.
And it was Gwen. Gwen threw him in there.
Yeah. So Miles, of course,
goes back home.
Yes, he's back home. He goes in through his window. Yeah. His mom is there. So he goes to talk to her. Yeah. And
comes out
he's like, all right, basically. I'm just gonna let her know. And Gwen is like outside the window. Yeah. But he's like, I'm gonna let her know that I'm Spider-Man. And so he does, and he's like, I'm Spider-Man. And she's like, who's Spider-Man? Yeah. And then it's like, oh no, he's not in his world.
Yeah, he starts glitching. Yeah. He's like,
what is happening?
Yeah. And he walks Gwen goes into the room where he's supposed to be, but he's not there. And in the other world, he's still talking to his mom in there, and we're like, oh no.
Which I knew as soon as he went through that he was in the wrong world. Oh. Because I'm smart.
Look how smart.
And because I looked at it and it said Earth 42. And I was like, well, that's not where he's from.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't keeping track of where. Because,
of course, it figured out that his spider DNA,
his DNA
is from the 42. Spider 42 that bit him, so it sent him to the wrong world. It sent him to the world with no Spider-Man, which means there's no Spider-Man, so his mom doesn't know who Spider-Man is. Yeah. Because they've never had one. Yep. So he walks in there, follows her into the main part of the apartment, and the door opens, and Uncle Aaron's
back.
So he's like, oh my gosh, I missed you. And he's like, okay.
Okay. He's like, what happened to your dreads? Yeah. Why's your hair different?
Yeah. He's like, oh, I just thought I'd do something different with it or whatever. So he's like, okay, well, we're gonna head out. He gives some money to the mom, and because apparently she's been having trouble getting work. Yep. And so they head out to the roof, and they look over, and there is, like, in his world, in Miles's world, there's a mural for Uncle Aaron. Right. But in this one, it's for his dad. Yeah. Because his dad is dead.
Yeah. And on the way to the roof, Aaron was talking to him about doing a heist and stuff like that. So apparently Miles in this world is involved in criminal activity.
I was like, oh no, he's working with Uncle Aaron. This is not good. Yep. So, and you can hear J.K. Simmons at one point. Yeah. He's, you can hear him in the background on the TV, and he's talking about the Sinister Six cartel. Yep. And he's like, if only we had someone who could stop all this. It's like, oh yeah, now you want Spider-Man.
Sure. But yeah, Miles is suddenly realizing everything, and then he turns and he gets punched in the face.
Yep. Uh-oh. Yep. So, back in his real world, Gwen is there, and she goes to talk to his parents, and says that
he loved them and stuff, and
that he's not there, but she's gonna go get him.
She's gonna find him and bring him back, yeah.
And the mom's like, okay, well, when you see him, tell him he's grounded for 5 months. Yeah.
And that we love him.
Yeah. Yeah. So she heads on out. And then we have Miles again. He is now in the hands of the Prowler. Yeah. So Uncle Aaron has him tied up to that punching bag.
Yeah, that he tied Peter Parker up to.
Yep. So he's all tied up and everything, and he's got the Prowler fist thing.
He's like, dude, I know you're a good guy. You can do good. Yeah. Like, you're not a bad guy. I know you're the Prowler. It's okay.
Yeah.
He's like Spider-Man.
Yeah. And he's like, I'm not the Prowler. Yeah. And then here comes somebody else waltzing in.
Yeah. From the rafters comes the real Prowler.
Yep. And I was like, okay, well, this is obviously. Uh-oh. He takes off his mask. Yeah. It's Miles from that universe.
With his dreads.
Yep. And he is the Prowler.
Yeah. He's like, he's not happy to see Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yeah, exactly.
Taking his identity.
So everything is starting to...
Yeah, it's all building up.
Build up.
Yeah.
You have the Spot who has shown up in Miles's world. Mm-hmm. He's ready to wreak havoc on everything. And then you have Gwen. She's shows up at Peter's...
people.
Yeah, she shows up at Peter's house in his universe. And is like, it's time. We gotta go get Miles. Yeah. We gotta go help him. And he's like, okay. And Mayday puts her little...
Yeah. Yeah, because Peter comes into her room and she's hanging from the ceiling and pointing at the window.
She's so cute.
She is so great.
So they're gonna go off, and it shows their whole squad, I guess.
Yep, they got the band back together.
They've got the old people, and they've got the new people. So it is Gwen.
Yeah.
Peter B. Parker and Mayday. You've got Peter Porker.
Yeah.
You've got Penny Parker.
Yes.
You've got Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah.
You've got Hobie Brown. You got Spider-Bite. And you've got Puff Eater.
Yep.
That's our team.
Crew.
That's our crew. And they're gonna go find Miles.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. And then it says, to be continued.
Oh, and also Miles is like building up a spark on the
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because he's
tying him up. So
he's got chains tying him up.
He's looking to get away from that as well.
Yeah.
So, yep.
So there we go. To be continued. And then it's like Spider-Man will return in Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, man. Okay. It was a lot.
It was a lot.
And there's no after credits or anything like that. So,
well, we didn't stay to see, but you checked.
There's not. So, how'd you feel about that ending like that?
I'm okay with it.
You're okay with it?
You don't like it?
It's not that I don't like it. I thought the movie was great. It's well done. Really, it's not a problem. But I don't know. I feel like I don't like the whole thing where they're splitting movies into two movies.
Yeah.
It's just a trend I hate.
Yeah, I don't really like that either, but...
I feel like they could have done some kind of resolution to something. Like, and maybe... Because I thought when they were going to it, maybe, like, Spot was going to be a bad guy that they're able to defeat in this movie, but there's a bigger threat or something, you know? Something like that. But there's not. Nothing gets resolved. It's worse. It's like... Yeah, I mean, it's going to be great when the next movie comes and everything comes to a head and all that. But it's just like, for now, it's rough. At least in like, even Infinity War, when we're left on this big thing where everybody's been snapped away and what's going to happen next. At least, you know, there was a resolution. It was a tough ending, but... There was a resolution, but I don't know, just building things up and then just ending it. I don't know, man. I don't like it, but it's fine. It's gonna be resolved and I'll be happy eventually. I don't know.
It's the only thing about it that bothers me is that we have to wait so long.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I wish that it had been like okay, we're putting this one out in June and then it's gonna be all resolved in December.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So it was like a shorter turnaround for the second half.
Right.
But it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah. I was annoyed in Infinity War too, honestly, because it took so long to get to Endgame. We had to watch like 2 more movies before Endgame even came out.
Was it 2 movies?
Something like that. It was like Ant-Man.
Yeah, it was 2 movies.
Yeah.
And then Captain Marvel.
Yeah. And then there was like really no resolution in them about anything. And I don't know. It's just frustrating. I just don't like this trend.
Yeah. And even like with those 2, there was no resolution in them. And there wasn't really anything... There was not really that much to do with what was happening.
Yeah.
With what happened in Infinity War in those.
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, sure, Ant-Man shows, you know, Ant-Man came out. But at the very end, we have, like, one little mid-credit scene where we see what happens. And it's like, okay. And I can't remember if anything. I guess.
And Captain Marvel took place in the 80s. The whole time. Or 90s. Yeah. I guess, there was, like, an end credit scene where she shows up and answers the call from his beeper and stuff. So it's like, yeah. But I don't know. It's still an amazing movie. And that's why I think they don't really need to do this whole cliffhanger stuff because they're just such good movies. You don't need this whole big thing. I don't know.
But I mean, how do you think they would have resolved it?
Man, just Gone with the Wind it. Let's go. 4-hour movie, baby. Let's do this.
Oh my gosh.
Why are we messing around? Let's go. Let's get those VHSs that are like 4 VHSs. Let's get back to those days.
Oh my gosh.
Those were the good old days.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know. I
mean, then it'd be like that stupid Justice League. That was so long.
Yeah. Oh man, that was bad. Until the last hour. The last hour was good.
Yeah, anyway. It was just like, this is just...
But 3 hours of just like, oh my gosh, this is so unnecessary.
Something. Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Good stuff. Can't wait for the next one. Mm-hmm. Let's get to our snack then, if we don't have anything else left to say.
Okay, I don't think we do.
What's our snack for today?
These are Spider-Man fruit snacks.
Into the Gummyverse.
So yeah, they're Betty Crocker.
Okay, little fruit snacks. Mm-hmm. Mine I guess they have pictures of Miles, Peter, and Gwen on there.
Yes.
Nice.
So. And we have some different shapes. So we have one that looks like Gwen with her hood and everything. We've got I'm assuming one of these is supposed to be Peter and one of them is supposed to be Miles, but they look basically the same except they're different colors.
Okay, yeah.
There's one that is like the hand gesture, the thwip hand gesture. Yeah. Then there's a spider and there's a spider web.
Okay.
So those are our different
shapes.
I don't know what the flavors are.
Okay, well, we'll see, I guess.
I don't know if it says it anywhere. I was literally just going through the aisles in the grocery store going, please, just let me find something Spider-Man. Something Spider-Man related.
Ooh, these did not translate well onto the gummies. This guy... I don't know what this guy is. It's supposed to be Spider-Man, but it looks kind of like an Iron Man.
Oh, okay. Well, I can tell you right now, Spider-Gwen looks kind of like Darth Vader.
So, I got a blue, which has got to be blue raspberry. You got yellow, which has got to be lemon. Green, got to be lime. Red's got to be either cherry or strawberry. Mm-hmm. Then what is there, an orange?
Mm-hmm. So, did you not get an orange?
Didn't get an orange.
I have two if you want one.
Oh, did you get everything?
I think so.
Do you want anything? You want a red? Oh, you even got a purple. I didn't even get a purple.
Oh, I already had a purple. You can have that purple too.
Thank you.
That's Darth Vader.
You want 2 reds?
Sure, I'll take reds.
For your sacrifice.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So now we got all the different kinds.
We do.
So I already ate the purple one.
Okay, let's see. It is very Darth Vader.
I know, I told you.
And her face is like smushed down.
So far down,
it's like really Darth Vader.
So yeah, the purple one is Gwen.
Grape. Yeah, Grape Gwen.
Which one are we doing next?
Orange.
Okay, orange is the spiderweb. Very orangey.
Very orangey.
There's like an orange slice. I mean, like the
candy.
The candy.
Mm-hmm. What do you want? Yellow.
Okay.
We got the flipping hand.
Flipping hand. That's my flipping hand.
Not a strong lemon. Very mild. Gonna go green next.
Okay, that's the spider. That green's pretty good.
It's not bad. Pretty limey. I'm gonna go blue. Your favorite color. Your favorite flavor.
I'm assuming this one's maybe Miles.
Yeah.
Since he has the darker suit.
Doesn't taste like much.
It's like, does this have a flavor? I don't know.
This is just blue flavor.
And then we have Spider-Man. Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. I have to say, I don't like Spider-Man 2099 suit.
Oh, really? Yeah.
It just doesn't look like a spider suit to me.
It was based off of... It was like his Dia de los Muertos. Is that what the holiday? Mm-hmm. His costume for that. And then when he got turned, he kind of put it on. It's made of science. So it's able to handle his claws and stuff without tearing and everything. So that's where it comes from. That's why it looks a little different. But yeah, it's never been my favorite. So I think maybe the lemon and lime and orange may be my favorites just because they have flavor to them.
Yeah, the red was not as good as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, red's usually like the best of any fruit thing.
I think the green was my favorite.
Yeah.
Then maybe orange. I kind of like the purple one though, too.
Yeah, I don't know.
It did have some flavor at least.
It did, yeah. I just wasn't feeling it today, I guess.
The yellow and the blue just didn't have much flavor at all.
Yeah.
And the red, the flavor just wasn't that great.
All right. So these are very mild fruit snacks. If you had a fruit snack, you know what you're getting with this.
I actually
be on the ready for a milder side.
I actually like these better than most fruit snacks that I've had.
Oh, really?
I'm not a big fruit snack kind of person.
Okay.
And these aren't that bad.
Yeah, well, what are we going to rate these guys? It's tough. What do you rate a fruit snack?
Yeah. I'm going to give them like a 5.5. Okay. Middle of the road.
Yeah, because I'm never like, oh man, I'd like a snack. You know what I would want? A fruit snack.
Unless it's a fruit roll-up.
Sure, yeah.
I always like fruit roll-ups. I haven't had those in
forever either.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But fruit snacks are always like, I'll get some and put them in my lunch as a nice little treat. Mm-hmm. You know, that's really the only like time I really have them. Yeah, I'm going to go 5. They're just middle of the road. I'm not excited about them, but I don't dislike them.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, well, what was your favorite Spider-Man that you saw in there? Who do you hope we'll see in Beyond the Spider-Verse if they are able to bring anybody else in? I don't know really who else they would bring.
Yeah, I don't know, but I did see that... I did see some kind of article where Oscar Isaac was like, we should get Pedro Pascal in here.
I saw a picture where he was taking a picture with a fan and he FaceTimed Pedro Pascal into the picture. They're
just two bros.
They're good friends.
They're great.
Yeah.
I like both of them.
They're having a good time. Living life. So, yeah. All right. So, yeah, who do you want to see? Let us know on Twitter at HavingFuncast or on Facebook at HavingFunPod.
Or you can send us an email to havingfunpod@gmail.com.
All right. Go have fun and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.